I actually got this tip from a Jad T. Jones video, and this tip has really helped me out, and it's just been on my mind a lot lately, and it works. So I wanted to share it with my viewers as well. The way to be a good and interesting conversationalist is to be an interested conversationalist.
Okay, today we're going to be talking about how not to be boring. So I'm getting emails from guys saying, hey Jad, I'm just a boring guy, I run out of things to say, girls don't find me interesting, what do I do? Alright, so how do you not be boring? A lot of guys think that they have to use some kind of technique to not be boring, as in think of some funny jokes to tell, or funny stories, interesting stories, try to impress the woman by how cool they are, blah 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 blah. That's not how you remedy being boring. If you want to be an interesting guy, first fundamental, before I go into the other thing, to be interesting, you must be interested. Alright, I'm going to repeat that. To be interesting, you must be interested. That means, if a woman meets you and you sit there and you talk about yourself for an hour, that's not interesting to her. Alright? Because that's all about who, it's all about you. People are concerned with who, they aren't concerned with other people, they're concerned with themselves. Alright? So, if you want to be interesting, you need to be interested. So, you don't want to be boring to women? Fine, just be very interested in her. Ask her about herself. Get to know her. What does she like? What does she dislike? What kind of childhood did she have? What kind of background is she from? Did she have fun in high school? Did she, does she do sports? Does she like, what kind of movies? What kind of music does she like? Those are just like random things. Doesn't even matter what you ask her, as long as you're genuinely interested in her. When you're genuinely interested in women, women find you interesting.
Just a quick example, let's say I'm at a party or maybe some group conversation. One thing that I've been doing lately is I'll ask someone who's maybe not very involved in the conversation, or I'll be at a party and I'll see someone who's kind of introverted and kind of doing their own thing and maybe doesn't seem that social. I'll go up to that person and I'll just ask them a question about themselves. I'll introduce myself and put in a sincere effort in getting to know that person. So while oftentimes I see people trying to get into the main conversation and trying to be the center of attention, what I found is almost doing the opposite, of finding people who don't seem as engaged in what's going on socially and to interact with them. Maybe I'm at a party and I see kind of an introverted person hanging out by themselves. I'll go up to them and introduce myself and maybe ask them some questions about themselves. And what I found is that A, it just makes me feel good and it puts me into more of a social mood where I'm just kind of more flowing conversationally. But B, I've learned that usually that person really appreciates me putting in a genuine effort in getting to know them and asking them questions about themselves. And people really appreciate when you put an effort into getting to know them and trying to learn who they really are and really seeing them as a person and recognizing them. People really appreciate that. For me personally, I don't consider myself a good conversationalist. Sometimes I'm really good, but for the majority, I'm not really that good of a conversationalist. So I prefer myself to be more of a listener and to really try to get to know whoever I'm talking about and try to find something that they enjoy talking about. People really appreciate a sincere effort to get to know them and that you really care about who they are as a person and what they're interested in. Like I said, I don't think I'm the best, I'm not that great of a conversationalist, I don't think. But one of my friends, Sugar Garcia, he's a very excellent conversationalist, and he's also good at teaching conversationalist skills. So if you want to learn more in depth on conversationalist stuff, I'll put a link to his channel in the description. Definitely check out his videos. If you guys saw, about a month ago, I did an interview with JT Jones that was on my channel, but I also did a whole nother interview with JT Jones that we put on his channel. If you guys haven't checked that out yet, I highly recommend you do so. I'll put a link to that in the description as well. And I also want to give a shout out to what is, in my opinion, JT Jones' most powerful video, which is the #1 mistake men make with women. In my opinion, this video, I think, is the most powerful presence I've ever seen on YouTube. And I'm just want to give a shout out to that video. You should definitely check it out. I'm going to put a link to that video in the description. So yeah, to conclude how to be an interesting conversationalist, be an interested conversationalist. Instead of having your awareness on you, have your awareness on the other. Don't underestimate the power of curiosity and putting in a sincere effort in getting to know other people and just showing other people that you truly do care about them. People truly appreciate putting in a sincere effort in getting to know them. You know, it just shows that you really care, and it's connecting from the heart. So I hope you got something from this video and that you enjoyed watching, and I hope you have a great day. Peace.